Hello and welcome. You should be in your Algebra 1 Quarter 3 notebook. I am on page 8, and in this video, I'm going to do the try it problems that go along with our negative and zero exponents lesson. So if you're looking for a little bit of extra guidance, here is a great video to watch. So I'm looking at number 1 in my try it problems, and I have x squared in parentheses y to the fourth, z to the fifth, all to the power of 0 over y to the negative first, z to the ninth. So what I can see, of course, is a power of a product property, which is going to require that I distribute this 0. And I can think of this in one of two ways. If I distribute this 0, I get x to the 0 power, y to the 0 power, z to the 0 power, because 0 times anything is 0. And I know that anything to the power of 0 is 1. But I can also think of it this way. This entire parenthesis, everything in it is to the power of 0. And what that really indicates is that this entire, every piece in the parentheses is 1. So you can either distribute, get that going. I got x to the 0, y to the 0, z to the 0, in which case you are definitely going to get equals 1. Or you can kind of think to yourself, if all of this is to the power of 0, this entire numerator does indeed equal 1. So first step I'm going to accomplish is just to evaluate that power of 0. And I'm left with y to the negative 1, z to the ninth, 1 over. So I have a negative exponent. I can't have that. I'm going to move it to my numerator to get a positive. So it's y to the power of 1 over z to the ninth. Of course, as a mathematician, I am not going to write y to the power of 1. I'm going to write y over z to the ninth. And that expression is now simplified as much as I can. So I'm going to look now at my number 2. I got 4 to the negative 2, y to the fifth, x to the negative 6 over y to the negative 7th, x to the power of 2. I need to get rid of my negative exponents. I don't have the same base up here, the same base down there, nothing I can evaluate or distribute. So I've got 4 to the power of negative 2. I'm going to move that to the denominator. Y to the fifth stays. X to the sixth moves down. Y to the seventh moves up. X squared stays down. Alrighty, same base, so I've got a product of a power. Y to the 5 plus 7 is going to be y to the 12th. I have 4 squared, that's 4 times 4, or 16. And I have x, same base here. I'm going to add 6 plus 2 and get x to the power of 8. I now have nothing further I can do, so my expression is simplified. Let's take a look at number 3. I do have some distributing that I need to do. I need to distribute this negative 1 into this product here. So this will be distributed as 3 to the power of negative 1, a to the power of negative 1, b to the power of negative 1, and I've got b squared a to the fourth. I don't have any bases I can combine on either side, but I do have negative exponents, and I can't have that. So it looks like all 3 of these particular factors are going to move down here to the denominator. So nothing will be left in the denominator except that kind of invisible 1. Once I move everything down, I'm going to get 3 to the power of 1 times a to the power of 1, a to the fourth, b to the power of 1, b squared. And notice that I moved my variables around so they were next to each other. The commutative property of multiplication allows me to do that easily. 3 to the power of 1, of course, is 3. A to the 1 plus 4 is a to the fifth. And b to the 1 plus 2 is b cubed. And my expression is now simplified. Last problem here is, well, I do have some numerical numerator and denominator. 8 divided by 6 is not going to give me a whole number, but it can be simplified. So I know that both of these even numbers are divisible by 2. They don't have a greater factor. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. I'm going to make sure I do that. Now I've got negative exponents. A to the fourth will move to the denominator. A to the fifth will stay. b squared will stay, but d to the negative third will move up to the numerator as d cubed. I have same base, so I have 4b squared d cubed over 3a to the 4 plus 5, 9. And there is nothing else I can do to simplify that expression. That's it for our try it problems. Thanks so much for listening.